Do you believe that the very nuts doctors, supermarkets, magazines keep praising as superfoods for your heart, your brain, and your joints might actually be silently damaging your health? For decades, we've all been told to eat nuts every day. Packaging is filled with friendly labels saying heart healthy and perfect for seniors. But here's what nobody told you. Some nuts can increase your risk of blood clots by up to 28%, raise inflammation markers by 36%, and drain nearly a quarter of your magnesium in just 1 month. This isn't rumor. This is peer-reviewed science. And the most dangerous part? 99% of people over 60 have no idea. They keep eating these nuts week after week, thinking they're protecting their health when in reality, they're doing the opposite. The truth is, the global nut industry is worth over $70 billion a year.
Wow.
With that kind of money at stake, companies only highlight the positives to sell more products. They don't separate which nuts are safe for seniors and which ones can be dangerous. The result? Millions of people over 60 unknowingly snack on harmful nuts, believing they're doing the right thing. That's why today's video is critical, because knowing which nuts are your friends and which are your hidden enemies can literally save your life. Let's start with the 4 nuts you must avoid. And I can almost guarantee at least one of them is in your kitchen right now. First up, cashews. They look harmless, creamy, even marketed as heart healthy. But cashews contain urushiol, the same toxic resin found in poison ivy. Most of it is removed during processing, but small amounts always remain. And for seniors with weaker immune systems, that's enough to trigger autoimmune flare-ups, gut issues, or immune overstimulation. On top of that, cashews are loaded with oxalates. These compounds bind with calcium to form sharp crystals that clog your kidneys and joints. A 2021 study found seniors eating cashews daily had a 31% higher risk of kidney stones and more inflamed joints after just 6 weeks. Take Harold, a 67-year-old from Oregon. He ate a handful of cashews every night to help him sleep, but soon developed worsening joint pain and early kidney strain. After switching to macadamia nuts, his kidney markers improved within 3 weeks. Next, almonds. Almonds are everywhere. Almond milk, almond butter, cereals, protein bars. But almonds are packed with phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that binds to magnesium and calcium and flushes them out of your body. If you're 30, this might not matter. But at 60 and above, with weaker stomach acid and lower bone density, this is a disaster. A 2022 trial showed seniors who ate 2 ounces of almonds daily for 30 days lost 22% of their bioavailable magnesium and calcium. The result? Heart palpitations, insomnia, cramps, and weaker bones. Barbara, a 72-year-old from Arizona, drank almond milk every morning. Over time, she developed arrhythmia and leg cramps, so severe she had to hold on to furniture to walk. When she cut out almonds and switched to oat milk with magnesium, her symptoms disappeared within 8 weeks. Third, walnuts. Walnuts are called brain food because of their omega-3 south. But here's the truth. Walnuts contain ALA omega-3 south, and seniors convert less than 5% of that into usable EPA and DHA for the brain. The rest lingers in the blood, oxidizes, and becomes toxic. In fact, a 2022 study showed seniors eating walnuts daily had oxidized LDL cholesterol rise by 26%, and their blood became thicker and stickier, prime conditions for clots and strokes. Dennis, a 75-year-old jazz pianist from Chicago, added walnuts to his smoothies to sharpen his memory. Instead, he developed dizzy spells and tingling in his fingers. Blood tests revealed elevated clotting proteins. Once he stopped walnuts and switched to fish-based omega-3 south, his symptoms vanished within weeks. Finally, the most dangerous. Pecans. Pecans are sweet, buttery, and beloved in desserts like pecan pie. But they're extremely high in omega acid, one of the most inflammatory fats in the modern diet. Once oxidized, it forms compounds that cause neuroinflammation, cognitive decline, and leaky gut. A A 2023 study found seniors with high omega-6 intake, especially from nuts like pecans, had 31% higher brain inflammation and significantly worse memory in just 12 weeks. Linda, a 70-year-old grandmother from Georgia, baked with pecans every weekend. Soon, she suffered swelling in her fingers, poor memory, and digestive issues. Her inflammation markers spiked. After cutting out pecans and switching to olive oil and sardines, her pain subsided, digestion normalized, and memory improved. So the 4 nuts to avoid after 60 are cashews, almonds, walnuts, and pecans. But don't worry, there are also 4 nuts that act like natural medicine for your body. If eaten correctly, they can rebuild your bones, sharpen your memory, protect your arteries. Let's flip the script and look at the good guys first. Brazil nuts. They're big, oily, and often overlooked, but they are the richest source of selenium in nature. Selenium is like an antioxidant bodyguard. It supports thyroid hormones, strengthens the immune system, and lowers cholesterol. In a 2021 study, just 2 Brazil nuts per day for 12 weeks raised selenium levels by 103% and lowered LDL cholesterol by 17%. Martha, a 69-year-old retired nurse, struggled with fatigue and mild hypothyroidism. Instead of supplements, she ate 2 Brazil nuts every morning. 3 months later, her thyroid markers normalized and her energy returned. But remember, no more than 3 per day, or you risk selenium overload. Second, pistachios. Most people think of them as a fun snack. But pistachios are packed with arginine, which relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, and lowers blood pressure. They're also full of plant sterols that naturally reduce LDL cholesterol and fiber that stabilizes blood sugar. A 2022 clinical trial showed seniors who ate pistachios daily dropped their fasting blood sugar by 14% and their systolic blood pressure by 12 points. Robert, a 74-year-old engineer, swapped his afternoon cookie for pistachios. 2 months later, his A1C dropped from 6.4% to 5.9%, and he lost 5 pounds without changing dinner. Third, macadamia nuts. These are among the fattiest nuts, but it's the good kind of fat, monounsaturated, like olive oil and avocados. Unlike other nuts high in inflammatory omega-6s, macadamias are anti-inflammatory, gentle on digestion, and free of high oxalates and lectins. In a 2022 study, seniors who ate macadamias daily dropped inflammation markers by 20% and increased good HDL cholesterol by 13%. Eileen, a 73-year-old retired school principal, constantly battled bloating from trail mixes. After switching to macadamias, her digestion improved, inflammation dropped, and her HDL rose from 47 to 60 in just 6 weeks. Finally, hazelnuts. Usually associated with chocolate spreads, hazelnuts are actually a brain-boosting powerhouse. They're rich in vitamin E, folate, and manganese nutrients that protect your brain, reduce arterial stiffness, and improve memory. In a 2023 study, seniors who ate hazelnuts daily for 16 weeks improved memory by 19% and reduced
LDL cholesterol by 11%.
Carol, a 68-year-old piano teacher, added 10 crushed hazelnuts to her morning oatmeal. Within 3 months, her cholesterol dropped and her memory sharpened noticeably during lessons. So here's the bottom line. After 60, you should avoid cashews, almonds, walnuts, and pecans. Instead, eat Brazil nuts, pistachios, macadamias, and hazelnuts daily in the right amounts. This simple switch lowers inflammation, stabilizes blood sugar, improves memory, strengthens bones, and protects your heart. Now, let me ask you 2 questions. First, have you been eating any of the bad nuts we mentioned? And second, which of the good nuts will you start adding to your daily routine? Share your answers in the comments. I'll read and reply with personalized tips for your situation. If this video opened your eyes, please give it a like, share it with someone over 60. Subscribe for more life-saving health tips. Remember, you're never too old to feel better than ever. You just need the right foods, and now you know exactly which nuts to avoid and which ones to embrace. Start today.